You made a video response to Ray William Johnson's Equals 3. Ray William Johnson had an episode of Equals 3, and you made a video response to it. So now I'm going to make a response to your response to that video. Now, in the original video we're talking about Ray William Johnson, we're talking about Equals 3, and in this particular episode, his first video was about a truck that flipped a couple of times, ended up landing upright, and then the guy, instead of climbing out and seeing if the truck was okay and seeing if he was okay and then trying to gather the stuff that he had dumped out from the back end of his truck and try to put it back in, he just drives away. So here's the first set of questions. Was the guy injured when he flipped the truck? How badly was the truck damaged? What was in the back of his truck? Never has been answered. So those are the kind of questions that I think you should have asked in your reply, and I'm definitely going to ask in mine, and hopefully somebody can answer that. The second video was about a guy who was playing around with a fly. Basically, he had this straw, and he was using air suction to trap the fly on one end of the straw while he was sucking on the other end, causing the fly not to be able to move. Well, he let the fly go once, and then the second time he tried to suck that fly up through the fly actually flew through the straw and landed in the guy's mouth. The guy, of course, had to spit it out. When you're dealing with flies, you know, it would be different if you were using like a vacuum sweeper or something, but to actually use your own mouth, I mean, you know, considering how much disease flies carry, you don't really want them to even touch your skin, much less get in your mouth. That's just disgusting. And you really don't make that much mention of it. And I was kind of surprised about that. The third video that Ray William Johnson was reviewing was a grandma in a school bus that was being basically bullied the same way as people do in cyberbullying on YouTube or Facebook or anything like that. I think the kids were exceptionally cruel to her. All of those kids should have been at least suspended, if not expelled from school for their actions, apology or not. And financial compensation should have been given to that grandma, because quite honestly, that was awful. Those kids should have been beaten till their butts were raw. I mean, you know, when you talk about caning, that would be a good reason to cane somebody for treating somebody like that. I mean, you know, to make a smart comment once in a while is one thing, but those people were just drilling that gal, and I'm surprised she didn't just reach up and slap the heck out of him. And if she had, I would have supported her entirely. Really, those kids needed a discipline lesson. They needed it fast. I don't know what they tried to get away with on the internet, but they certainly didn't work here. And I tell you what, those kids needed to have some serious punishment for what they did. That was nothing more than full-scale verbal bullying. And I'm sorry that beautiful lady had to take that. And I hope she does get a good vacation. I hope she gets a great vacation and she has herself a good time and puts all this behind her. I don't know that I could have endured it. I probably couldn't have. But anyway, there's my video response to your video response. Hopefully you'll have some commentary from me. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.